All right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about 8 misconceptions in hockey. We're going to start with number 8 and go all the way down to number 1. Number 8, backhand shouldn't be used. This is kind of an old school one, and I grew up knowing some coaches that thought this way, that your backhand was a weakness and we shouldn't use it. We should try to use our forehand as often as possible. I highly disagree with this one, especially with the way the game has changed. Our backhand is 50% of our stick, and we got to be able to use it. Number 7, stick tricks are hockey, especially with today with social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all this stuff. We see people doing tricks with their hockey stick and a puck. We have to understand that that really isn't hockey, though it's fun and it's exciting. We can definitely practice it. It helps with hand-eye coordination and soft hands, but we have to realize that it isn't super relevant to the game. Number 6, players should be one position growing up. This is definitely a big misconception. You notice a lot of youth players growing up that they play one position, whether it's defense, forward, or goaltender. We need to be careful with this because if you assign a player a position too early, though they may like it, it can really limit their development because they're not getting reps skating backwards, or they're not getting a ton of reps stick handling up close and in tight if they're not playing forward. Number 5, can't skate, can't play. It's definitely something I grew up hearing all the time. But the misconception here is that though we might struggle in skating for some players, they can make up for it in a lot of other areas. Their hockey IQ, their positioning, you can make up for not being the fastest on the ice. By North American standards, Alex Ovechkin is a terrible skater. He's a pitchforker, he's a railroader, but one of the best goal scorers of all time. So we need to think about the way that we describe that to players. Number 4, hard work will lead to success. Absolutely, hard work is part of success, but we have to understand that hard work is relative to the other people around us. Hard work is the baseline for success. Most likely, somebody that you're competing against is going home and they're eating the right way, they're sleeping, they're getting their rest, they're hydrating, stretching, foam rolling. All of that leads to that extra mile that's probably going to put them ahead of perhaps somebody that's going to the rink, skating hard, and yes, you worked hard, but not as hard as the person you're competing against or relative to other players. Number 3, hockey playing skills are the most important for a successful hockey career. We need hockey skills to be able to play at a high level, absolutely. But I believe that life skills are more important to get you to your highest potential rather than just your hockey skills. How are your time management skills? Are you coachable? Can your coaches trust you on and off the ice? Are you treating your teammates well? Are you passionate about the game? All this is so important for a hockey player's success. I think I would never have made it to college hockey if it wasn't for the way I treated my teammates and my teammates respecting me, my coaches respecting me, listening to my coaches. All of that, it was so important for me to reach my highest potential. Number 2, more training equals more success. Training is a very important part of competing and getting better, but we need to understand that more training can have a lot of negative effects, such as less fun, it's more stress, it can be stressful to the body, meaning more injury prone, a lot of lingering injuries, players get burnt out. A lot of this stuff happens with players that are being put on the ice all the time when they're really young. We would rather have smarter training. Smarter training equals more success. If we can take the time to work with players and make sure we're utilizing that time we're with them, then the players don't need to be out there all the time. The number 1 misconception in hockey, bigger equals better. This is referring to teams, this is referring to showcases. A lot of people believe that if they're playing at high-end teams, that means more exposure and their player is going to do better as in their career. That's not true for every individual. If you're a Patrick Kane and you're playing for a high-end youth team, yes, that's great. That is going to lead to more exposure for him. For the players that are playing on that same team and they're playing on the 4th line, that doesn't mean more exposure for you because you're not getting the ice time. Though you may be doing those big showcases, teams are going to come watch, those teams that are watching, or those coaches, scouts, they already know who they're going there to watch. So we need to be careful with the idea of bigger equals better. Thank you for watching Outside the Boards with me, Jacob at North End Hockey. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to our YouTube page or follow us on Instagram to see more videos like this one. If interested in learning more about North End Hockey, check out our website, northendhockey.com. Thanks for watching.